Yo, quick question. You ever download an app without checking the reviews first? Exactly, you dolt. So why do most people jump into analyzing data without even looking at it first? That's like trying to beat a game you've never played before. Today, I'm showing you the one skill that separates amateur data analysts from the pros. It's called exploratory data analysis. And honestly, once you get this, you'll never look at data the same way again. Let's go. Alright, so EDA is basically being a detective before you make any decisions. You examine and visualize your dataset to figure out what's actually going on. Here's the best way to think about it. You wouldn't start a road trip without checking your map, your gas, and the traffic, right? EDA is doing exactly that, but with data. And look, if you skip this step, your entire analysis could be built on garbage data. Not worth it. But why does this matter to you? 4 reasons. First, you actually understand your data instead of guessing. Second, you catch all the errors and missing values before they wreck everything. Third, you find the hidden patterns that nobody else sees. This is where the money is, by the way. And fourth, you set yourself up for building way better prediction models. Comment below if you've ever worked with messy data that had missing values everywhere. It's a nightmare. Okay, let's make this real. Imagine you run a company that buys used cars online. Here's your problem. People list their cars, but half of them never actually sell. You're sending inspectors, making calls, wasting time and money on leads that go nowhere. So the question is, can you predict who will actually sell before you waste resources? You've got data on the car's age, how many kilometers it's driven, number of previous owners, the city, and where the lead came from. Your job? Figure out which leads are gold and which are trash. This is where EDA saves the day. Here's what the raw data looks like. A bunch of rows with car details and either sold in green or not sold in red. Right now, this is just numbers on a screen. But watch what happens when we start digging into it. Pause the video and guess. Do you think a car with 3 previous owners is more or less likely to sell? Drop your guess in the comments. Don't cheat. Let's see who has good data intuition. Alright, here's the first insight. And honestly, this one blew my mind. Cars with just 1 owner? Almost 70% conversion rate. But look what happens as you add more owners. It drops like a rock. By the time you hit 4 owners, you're down to 15%. So the takeaway? Focus all your energy on first-time sellers. Their cars are better maintained and they're way more likely to actually go through with the sale. This one insight just saved thousands in wasted calls. Now here's where it gets really interesting. 2 more insights. Wait for it, there's a sweet spot that nobody talks about. First, kilometers driven. Too low? People think you're not serious. Too high? The car's too beat up. But that 30,000 to 70,000 range? Perfect. Second insight, car age. The best conversion rates, 3 to 6 years old. Not brand new, not super old. Right in that Goldilocks zone. Fun fact. This same principle applies to selling laptops, phones, even furniture. There's always a sweet spot. Would you buy a car with 5 owners and 150,000 kilometers? Let me know below. So here's the power move. You take all these insights and build an automatic priority system. First-hand owners, top priority. Cars with 30K to 70K kilometers, priority. 3 to 6 years old, priority. Now your team only calls the high-value leads, and your machine learning models get way more accurate because they're learning from the right patterns. Woo! Think about this. You're literally saving money before you spend it. You're avoiding the bad leads instead of chasing them. That's not just smart, that's genius-level strategy. This is the difference between a data analyst who just makes charts and a data analyst who drives revenue. All right, let's bring it home. 3 things you need to remember. 1. EDA is your map before the journey. Never skip it. 2. It reveals the hidden patterns that turn raw numbers into insights. 3. It directly impacts your business results and model accuracy. Look, here's the thing. Most people jump straight to building models or making decisions without doing work first. Don't be most people. Helped you understand EDA? Smash that like button and subscribe because I'm dropping more analytics and data science secrets every week. And seriously, comment below with your biggest data challenge. I read every comment. Never explore data blindly. Your insights deserve better. Catch you in the next one. Stay curious.